Now they're off and racing. And it wasn't a bad start, although Veld came out at the back and beginning quickly. Sabre Star with the blinkers on today. Booting up on the inside is Alma Cantor and Bylaw into a prominent spot early. Going around the outside is Go Chisel, and they're being followed up on the inside there by King Arthur. Fighting Prince is getting back in behind them. Eskimo Joe is up in that firing line, as is Ghazali just in behind them. Then came Jolliffe with Fighting Prince. The next one, Superior Hand, and dropping out at the tail is Veld. There's plenty of pace on up front. On the outside, Sabre Star just shades Alma Cantor. Then there's a line of about 5 of them. Eskimo Joe is 4 wide. In the middle there is Ghazali, followed by King Arthur. Then on the fence is Bylaw. They're being trailed up by Go Chisel, followed by Fighting Prince in the centre. On the fence is Jolliffe 2 lengths further back. Then came Superior Hand, and Veld is at the tail. They come down to approach the home corner. 450 metres left to go, and Alma Cantor is flying up front. He's the leader. In second spot is Sabre Star. They're getting off the fence somewhat. Joining in down the outside is Eskimo Joe. He's been wide from the outset, but he's putting in a claim. Back on the inside then is Ghazali and also Bylaw. In the centre now, and Sabre Star draws to the front over Alma Cantor. Eskimo Joe is still there, and Superior Hand is running on fairly well. Sabre Star, Alma Cantor won't give up. Sabre Star the outer. Alma Cantor the inside. Sabre Star just in front. Alma Cantor has another go at him, but Sabre Star beats Alma Cantor. Superior Hand third. Then came Ghazali, followed in on the outside by Eskimo Joe, Fighting Prince. The next one then was Veld, followed over the line by Go Chisel, well back Bylaw, King Arthur, and Jolliffe is the last one home.
By 6 Sabre Star, 380, 180, 3 Alma Cantor, 160, 9 Superior Hand, 380.
And Sabre Star, but they really staged a 2-horse war. But Sabre Star, I think you'll find, will get the verdict. Number 6 Sabre Star over number 3 Alma Cantor, and Superior Hand had the last crack at them, and Superior Hand ran on pretty well for third. So we'll have those numbers for you shortly officially, particularly the superfecta numbers, because it'll probably go off with those 2 favoured runners finishing second, or first and second. Now the winner, number 6 Sabre Star, should pay in New South Wales $4 and $1.70. Number 3 Alma Cantor should pay $2. Number 7 is the official 6th place getter. Thank you. So it's 763. There go the numbers now. Sorry, I keep getting that wrong. It's 639. 639. 2, 1 and 7. 2, 1 and 7. So 4th, 5th and 6th there. So the numbers for the superfecta which are required: 6, 3, 9, 2, 1 and 7. Now the winner was number 6 Sabre Star, a 4-year-old chestnut gelding by Luskin Star from La Twig, raced by Mrs. S.A. O'Shea, Mrs. L.M. Healy, Mrs. P. Reed, P.L. Uren and W.R. Borg. Ron Quinton of Randwick, the trainer. Cameron Swan, the rider, just wouldn't give up in the concluding stages. Second place to number 3 Alma Cantor, a 4-year-old brown gelding by Kenmare from Sabon, raced by C.H. Wong, trained by Graham Begg at Randwick, ridden by Justin Sheehan. Got everything out of that horse, just kept giving. And in third place, number 9, which was over the page here, Superior Hand.
Over there at the 1600.
Guineas is next up there. We might have some more, I think, late mail coming through right now. Here's Matt.
It's not too far away, Nick, and also the horses have just arrived in the mounting yard, so it would suggest that they are going to run pretty much right on start time, even though we had a few little complications in the barrier getting them away in the Black Opal preview. I'm about to be joined by 2 important gentlemen here at Canberra. Roger Norton, who's probably the most important man. He's the chairman of the ACT Racing Club, and also Brian Pollock, who's going to tell us about a trainer's bonus that they're operating on Black Opal Stakes Day. But firstly, Roger, thanks for having us. From what I can see, a good crowd here this afternoon. From your side of the desk, how's things going?
The crowd's up 20% on last year, and we consider that a very successful and a great build-up for the Black Opal in 2 weeks' time.
You'd have to be happy with the meeting. 9 races, big fields, and a thrilling finish we've just witnessed in the Black Opal preview.
Just about every race has been keenly contested in the betting ring and in the straight, and the standard of the racing's been very high.
Officially, this is the first day of Canberra's Autumn Carnival. How many more days to go, and what are the feature races still to come?
A total of 3 days. In 2 weeks, the Black Opal Stakes meeting, and 2 weeks after that, the Feel the Power of Canberra, sponsored by Cantrade. So there'll be 3 big days.
I'm about to speak to Brian about the trainer's bonus, but there's a jockey's bonus also on Black Opal Stakes Day.
Yes, the McLennan Insurance Group have sponsored us $10,000 cash to any jockey who can win the Black Opal and any other of the 2. So 3 races out of the 8 or 9. it's a real chance.
It's a great incentive, isn't it?
1,000 cash.
Thanks for having us here, Roger. Brian Pollock from the Pollock Motor Group is also with me. Brian, you're putting up a beautiful set of wheels as a trainer's bonus on Black Opal Stakes Day. Tell us about the car and how a trainer would qualify for that bonus.
Right, it's a brand new Audi A6 Tiptronic, value $85,000, and
in fact, there it is. That's the vehicle that's going to be given away to the trainer.
a new release car and a lovely prize, and we're very, very hopeful that one of these trainers takes it out for winning, training the winner of the Black Opal Stakes and the main sprint race, the Tyco International Sprint, on the same day.
And so, Brian, what would one of those vehicles be worth if you bought it off the floor at your place?
$85,000.
Nice piece of gear, aren't they?
Yeah, it'd be a good prize to win, I think.
Terrific. Thanks.
The trainers should be here to try and have a go at this prize.
Thanks for supporting the ACT Racing Club, Brian. Nice to meet you.
Good day. Thank you.
And thanks for having us back, Roger.
See you in a couple of weeks.
Yes, definitely. Okay, that's Roger Norton there, and also Brian Pollock from the Pollock Motor Group. And I can also tell you that the Black Opal Stakes winner that we just saw, Splendid Horse, is going to be back here in 2 weeks' time. Brian said definitely coming back for a crack at the main event here over the Autumn Carnival, the $200,000 Black Opal Stakes, 2 weeks today, Nick.
Didn't seem to run or look tractable, did he, Splendid Horse? He won the race very well, but he just seemed to be a little bit side on. If Brian can straighten him out, I tell you what, he'd be very hard to beat, won't he, in that Black Opal coming up in a couple of weeks' time. Thanks, Matt, and we'll be back with some more late mail a bit later on from Matthew Browning and Michael Heath on track. Now, at Balaclava, they are at the boxes there, and find exactly what's happening with Michael Heath and Matthew Browning.
Okay, Nick, they're not too far away from the barriers. The runner's just getting around past the 1,400 metre mark, and they're about to turn them back to the mile mark, where they'll start this $50,000 feature for the 3-year-olds. Michael Heath has had a look at them. He's been to the ring, and here he is with his report. What do you like, Mike?
Very open affair, Matthew. A lot of depth in the form, and certainly a very, very good betting race. 5 or 6 chances here being well supported on course. Look, on an each-way basis, I thought Sandpiper Lane come out on top here. He's well in the double-figure odds, and he's great value. He's been racing very, very consistently. Last start had no luck. He had to push forward from a wide barrier, and they just weakened out of it over the concluding stages. His effort at Rose Hill 2 starts ago was very, very good. He sweated up badly in the enclosure on that occasion, and form behind Hockney, Affections, and Maskey's not too bad for this type of event with 52 kilos, and from barrier 2 I think Greg Farrer can give Sandpiper Lane a beaut run in transit, and I expect him to run a very bold race. Looking for dangers, been good support on course for 4 Music Video. He's won his last 3 races on the trot here very, very impressively, and trained by John Morrissey, Matthew Carl on board, and they're due to win a feature race here this afternoon. And Music Video's an up-and-coming horse by Palace Music. He's got the credentials to take this out. He'll get a beaut run just off the speed here, and I expect him to be charging home. Visitor from Orange, from John O. Johnson's camp down there, Movil Slipper comes into calculations. Again, double-figure odds. He's been racing very consistently. No luck at Randwick last start. The 1,600 metre trip looks ideal, and 3 starts ago he was only beaten just over 6 lengths behind South Bend in the big race at Tamworth. So if he puts it together, Movil Slipper could run a bold race. There's been good money on course for Toro. Fraud from the Brian Guy camp's been fancied, and also number 6 Wenders at big odds could run a bold race. Is a tickle for him in the betting ring as well. You can't tip them all though, Matthew. I've got 7 Sandpiper Lane each way on top. Hardest to beat, 4 Music Video and 11 Movil Slipper.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much for that. I know Rod Gallegos actually tipped Fraud as the late male to win this next race at Canberra. It's got one thing going for it. It's from the Brian Guy stable. Brian actually won this race last year with Crafty Bow, who won the Black Opal last year also with his horse Fraud. You'll remember he got through the wet conditions, and what a day Brian's having today. He's won the Black Opal Preview, and Grecian Village won the other $10,000 quality handicap. So I think Rod's spot on when he tipped it from the stable of BR Guy. Back to you, Nick. The Guineas is not too far away. They're just arriving at the barrier.
I trained the Darty Double Mighty in New South Wales. Thank you very much, Matthew. Good day for Brian Guy. Been a great day for Clary Connors as well. He's trained 3. All right, now let's have a look at Canberra, race number 8, $7 for Toro, $7.20 Fraud. Music Video, $3.40. Goodwood is at $11. Sandpiper Lane at $13. And the rest are pretty big odds here for race number 8 at Canberra. It's the Win News Canberra Guineas. Now, Caulfield, race 8, Gold Booms at $5.50. It's a Dane at $3.90. City Hall, $7.80. Prince Belair at $10, Retrench $4.50, the Swami at $18, Natural Mover $10, Rich Land 35 at $41, 16 for Racy Dancer, 10 Comet King at $66, Unwanted, and Rockslade at $22. That's for race 8 at Caulfield. Now from Johnny Russell with $200,000 at the win pool, selecting 2, 1 and 6, and Sabre Star, the winner at Randwick, beating Al McCanter, Superior Hand, and 217 for the Miners. That superfecta went off at just under 20,000. Righto, now let's take it to Tony Campbell for one of the feature attractions today at Canberra. It is the Win News Canberra Guineas over the mile as we take it to Tony.
Music Video goes into line, Toro goes up. Waiting on Space Prince, Butkus and the riderless Goodwood. This is a top-class field. I don't think I've seen a better Guineas field than this. There's about at least 8 to 10 chances in this race. The Win News Canberra Guineas. Good betting race, fairly open. Good tussle between Music Video and Toro on the tote. Now, Goodwood goes up. The rider about to remount. Goodwood, one of Barbara Joseph's 2 gallopers. She's got Goodwood and McJoey in this race. Now they're all in. Line is set. Over there at the 1,600 metre start. The Win Television Canberra Guineas. Waiting on the light. This is a top-class field. There's the light. Racing in the Guineas, Mon Prince was a shade slow to move, and Space Prince hunted out the gates, is looking for the lead early. Moville, Slipper and Ken Point are prominent out wide. Butkus goes up. Further back behind those, McJoey on the rails, and further back behind those, Celebra. Fraud just up ahead of those. A further break then, Music Video, Stylish Conquest. Off the track was Toro, followed by Sandpiper Lane. Mon Prince down towards the inside, getting back behind those, Majestic Tan. Then Goodwood, followed by Countershot and Wenders last of all. On settling down as they race down the back, and the leader was Space Prince. 3/4 of a length in front of Butkus, followed by Fraud racing on the outside. Moville, Slippers on the rails, a length and a half behind those then McJoey. Up on its outside was Ken Point, followed by Music Video, Stylish Prince. Further back in the field then came in between runners there, Sandpiper Lane. And there's another one up on the outside there, followed further back in the field, Toro. In behind those, Goodwood is back third last, followed by Majestic Tan. And back towards the tail, Wenders and Countershot. As they leave the back and race down the side, Space Prince making every post a winner. Butkus in close pursuit in second place. Now Fraud is moving to third, followed back behind those McJoey, and the next one behind those in the field was Music Video. Further back behind those towards the turn, Mon Prince, followed then by Stylish Conquest being pushed wide, and Goodwood back behind that group of horses, followed by Wenders, and Sandpiper Lane as well back in the straight with about 300 to go. Shaken up, the leader was Space Prince. Now here's McJoey on the outside running on, and Fraud is battling away, followed by Goodwood, but McJoey raced up and darted away. McJoey's well clear. Goodwood, the stablemate, moves to second, but it's McJoey. It's a Barbara Joseph Quadella. McJoey has beaten Goodwood. Third, Space Prince, followed by Fraud. In behind those in the field, then Moville, Slipper, followed by Sandpiper Lane. Back behind those, Countershot, followed then by Mon Prince and Butkus. Well back in the field, Celebra, followed by Toro, never really a chance, nor was Music Video, followed then by Wenders. Ken Point well back, and pulling up quickly was Stylish Conquest.
McJoey, the winner there over Goodwood and Space Prince and a Bab Joseph Quinella. Good on you, Babs, as we take it to Caulfield for race 8.
Right, Nick, in the last event, still there with the Swami. Comet King makes a good line. They're racing. Good even start too. Retrenched bounded out very quickly towards the outside in company with Natural Mover, who immediately is dropping back in the field and getting away fast towards the inside. It's a Dane, and Rock's Ladder's going very fast just in behind them. Settling into stride at the 1,000 metre mark now. Here's a good go for the lead. Prince Belair going very fast as one of the leaders with It's a Dane. Rock's Ladder's over on the inside, a length and a half further back. Then Racy Dancer being followed by Retrench and the Swami. City Hall is back centre field, a length and a half to Gull Boom, being followed by Richland, Natural Mover, and Comet King is last of all. Prince Belair on the outside, just in advance of It's a Day in the centre. Rock's Lad down on the inside as they come up towards the home turn, followed by the Swami making ground. Racy Dancer retrenched behind them. Gull Boom, City Hall, Richland, Natural Mover, and a bad last as Comet King. Round the turn they come with about 350 metres left to travel. Here's a good go for the lead. Prince Belair, It's a Day in the centre of the leaders. Rock's Lad is down on the inside, joining in the Swami, and retrenches down the outside with a good run. Being followed next by Racy Dancer, and back in behind them came Richland and Natural Mover making ground. It's a Dane over on the inside, tackled by the Swami, and retrenches down the outside. The Swami, It's a Dane fighting it out clear of Retrench. It's the Swami, It's a Dane fighting back, and Retrench doing the bit the better. Retrench has got up to score from the Swami. Richland might have got third, just ahead of It's a Dane, City Hall, and back in behind them came Natural Mover. They were followed next home by Rockslad and Prince Belair. Gull Boom well back towards the tail of the field. Comet King back there in company with Racy Dancer. Retrench, another one well placed by John Hawkes. He places his horses beautifully. And that's an ideal race for him, as we saw there, and a good ride by Darren Gauci, lifting it along to take out the major end of the prize. Number 5, Retrench is the winner, ridden by Darren Gauci. Number about to go up, $4.30 and $1 and 70 cents. Richland has come home well. The Swami and Richland should fill the minor placings. And number 8 is second. Just check those numbers as they come up. Number 6 is second, the Swami, ridden by Rod Griffiths. And there's a photo for third. The Swami and It's Sedain, weakening at the finish. It's Sedain and Retrench in the familiar all cerise colours coming down the outside. Well-timed ride by Darren Gauci. And Retrench gets the prize ahead of the Swami, and Richland, I think, will get there. Number 8 is third. Richland in the photo for third, ridden by Nigel Seymour. In the last of the day here at Caulfield, the Old Melburnians Football Club Handicap. Number 5, the winner, Retrenched, Darren Gauci. Raced by the Woodland Stud Syndicate by Kingston Rule out of Snippety, a Snippets mare. Trained by John Hawkes at Warwick Farm. Defeats number 6, the Swami, ridden by Rod Griffiths. Third, number 8, Richland, ridden by Nigel Seymour in the last race on the card here this afternoon. 4.30, 170 for Retrench, the Swami at 5.20, and a dividend to come here for Richland at $10.20 as we wrap it up from Caulfield. Hope you found a few winners. John Russell signing off, wishing you a very good afternoon.
Thank you very much. Bunch course rode McJoey at $17 and $4.30, Goodwood $4, Space Prince $6.60, Quinella $82.40, and the trifecta $1,647.30 on race 8 at Canberra.
Whitaker from Olympic Video Gaming. He's here at Canberra this afternoon for this terrific afternoon of racing. And Kev, always good to see you.
Thanks, Matthew. It's a lovely day here today. It's not so hot for a change, and everybody seems nice and relaxed.
A few things to talk about, but we'll make it quick. Firstly, Olympic Video Gaming. How are things at the company? You're moving with the times, new technology coming out all the time?
Yes, we've just released our latest touchscreen machines in the last few weeks. Roll over both Hoven and Leopard spots, and always we try to do our best for the playing public out there, but these two new machines are going very, very well.
Okay. Punter friendly too, I hope.
Well, a lot of people seem to think so, because if they weren't punter friendly, they wouldn't be playing them. So obviously the way they've attacked them in the last 2 and 3 weeks is very good.
Kev, they tell me one of the great meetings in Australia is the Alice Springs Cup meeting, which is coming up. It's really not too far away when you think about it. Will you be heading there this year?
Yes, I have to take an entourage of people up. Last year I took a couple of hoteliers, and the year before. I'm hoping for more people this year. Ansett have put extra flights on. They can actually go away for three nights accommodation and the airfare for $560 if they book through the casino. That can be done by ringing Alice Springs on 0889 50 7720 and ask for Sue. So for anyone who wants to get up and go away, $560 for 3 nights over the carnival. Staying at the casino is a very, very good deal.
We've got time against us, but that sounds like a terrific trip. And as I said, you're not just a good sponsor of ours at Sky Channel. We really do appreciate this long association that we've had with Olympic Video Gaming that goes obviously well before my time there.
Well, it's always been nice to be nice, but I just feel that over the years we've got this rapport that's kept us all in touch with each other, and it's just carrying on, and it's great.
Terrific. Thanks a lot, Kev.
Thanks, Matthew.
There he is, Nick, a man that's a good friend of yours, I know. Kevin Whitaker from Olympic Video Gaming, one of Australia's great companies.
He is a very good friend, and thank you very much, Matt. Good on you, Kevin. Looking well today. Like the haircut, and you're travelling all right. Good on you, Kevin Whitaker, and he's a good mate of ours. At good.
Just competitive, if not more competitive than the feature metropolitan meetings at Randwick and Caulfield. They've had a terrific lineup here. They've had good horses here, not just plenty of them. The Guineas was a terrific lineup, a very even lineup, and the Black Opal Preview. I wouldn't be surprised if a fairly smart horse comes out of that win this afternoon. Damien Foley is with me now, and Damien, you'd have to be happy with the day's proceedings. It's been terrific, hasn't it?
Yeah, we're ecstatic, Matt. It's been a perfect day for us. It started off fairly slow. The weather wasn't brilliant, but as the day developed, the racing was just sensational. The gate takings are brilliant, the turnovers brilliant, and I mean, we can't ask for more than that.
I think Roger Norton told me earlier the crowd's up 20%. Would that be right?
Yeah, that's right. And last year's crowd was actually a very good crowd. We were quite happy with it. So I think it suggests just how well the racing industry's going here in Canberra. People are coming out to support it, and ownership's growing, and things are just going so well.
This time in 2 weeks, the Black Opal Stakes of 98 will all be over. And how are things coming along for that, preparations for the actual Black Opal, the $200,000 one?
Very good, Matt. Everything's looking good at this stage. We've had really good feedback from owners and trainers about the type of horse that they want to run here. The inquiries from the public at this stage are, I would say, far there's a lot more than there was this time last year. So it looks to me like, you know, as long as the weather's right, we should have a bigger and better day than we did last year. And last year was precedent setting for us. So, you know, everything looks great at this stage.
Talk about just quickly some of the results here this afternoon. What a mixed day Barbara Joseph has had, but whatever sort of day she was having, that recent win, that most recent win, certainly cheered her up in the Canberra Guineas. That prize money staying at home at least.
That's right, yeah. It's good to see. We have Brian Guy winning a $50,000 race, and he supports the industry so well here when he comes to every one of our feature days. And it was, from the club's point of view, great to see Barbara Joseph win the other $50,000 to keep it here in the region. And I think, once again, that argues well for the strength that's here. That Guineas field today was exceptional, and the local contingent really, well, they trifected at the locals, so, that's great for Canberra racing.
Yeah. McJoey and Splendid Horse, two horses that are probably a little bit above average. Before we let you go, what else is happening on Black Opal Stakes Day? The two bonuses, I think, have been pretty well received by the participants.
Yeah, that's right. We had it's two similar bonuses last year, but this is the first time we've had an Audi car on offer, and that's a prestigious car that it's created a lot of interest. The Jockeys bonus, which we had on Canberra Cup Day, was very successful, and we really need to put those sort of bonuses on so that we can assure our local owners that the top-class riders will come for those meetings. And that's a $10,000 bonus to any jockey who can ride 3 winners on the day, and one of those 3 wins must be the Black Opal. But, I mean, you've just seen John Scorse ride a fantastic race there, so, I mean, the visiting jockeys won't get it all their own way.
OK, Damien, thanks for having us. It's always nice to come to Canberra, and especially when there's a meeting of this quality on. Thanks again.
Thanks, Matt. I just hope that all the viewers out there saw the scenes here when the Barbara Joseph stable quinelled that race. It was just, that's what racing's all about.
Certainly. Thanks a lot, Damien.
Thanks, Matt.
Well, our viewers more than likely probably didn't see those scenes because, Nick, I know we've got a very busy day, but I can tell you about them. When that horse came back to scale McJoey after winning the Canberra Guineas previously, I reckon there must have been probably, 30 or 40 people waiting here at the winner's stall. There was tears, there was all sorts of things because, as I said, it has been an interesting day for Barbara Joseph. She had a horse that she regarded as probably one of her best chances of the day, scratched at the barrier for the Black Opal preview. She also had a few problems earlier in the day. She had 2 winners early in the day, and now the Canberra Guineas. So if that's not mixed emotions, I don't think I've ever seen them. Thanks, Nick. Back to you, and we'll be back with Michael Heath soon and his assessment of the horses in the last.
Beautifully summed up, Matt. Yeah, you're spot on. It was terrific at Canberra for Barbara Joseph. Gee, there's been some good performances there today, haven't there? At Clary Connors and Brian Guy, Barbara Joseph, the trainers. The good ones have come to the fore there today. And they've left Johnny Morrissey in their wake a little bit today, which is most unusual, especially at Canberra and especially on a Sunday. We'll be right back for more after this break.
Thought it might have been a little bit under the odds. Looking for value, 6 on top, hardest to beat, 9 and 12.
And we'll see you back on Sky Channel 2 weeks from today, Black Opal Stakes Day.
Yeah, looking forward to it. It promises to be a great day, and hopefully everyone out there can join us.
Definitely. Thanks for your coverage today, Mike. It's been top class.
I appreciate it. Anytime.
Michael Heath there, who, as I said, Nick, if you look back over his tips today, he's had a terrific day tipping our viewers plenty of winners, and hopefully he can steer us one into the last race. Back to you for now.
Thanks a lot, Matt. Great work. And good luck, Mike, on the last race. And good luck, punters around Australia. You've got around about 4 or 5 minutes to get on at Canberra.
Last, the Pollock Audi Class 2. 1,600 metres the journey. Lighters on. And away they go, a good level start, although Power Lover went back to last. Brunda Rosie got away well. Victory Queen is prominent, lost my mum on the inside. Stumble is up in that group, followed by He's the Limit, Simon the Pieman, Matangi. Then Femme Rouge, Coast Connection. Further back behind those, Specturely sorting themselves out. Preferred Date down towards the inside, a long break behind those, Justin Inja. Concord Flight is back third last, followed by Lucky Conqueror. And Power Lover at the tail of the field, in the back straight, 1,100 to go. He's the Limit around the field, draws to the lead now. It's He's the Limit leading about a length and a half in front. Brunda Rosie down towards the inside. Victory Queen is there. There's another one up on the outside. Further back behind those, Lost My Mum. Further back behind those in the field. Then Simon the Pieman, followed by Femme Rouge, Matangi. Coast Connection down towards the inside. Then Preferred Date. Further back behind those, Specturely. Further back in the field, then Power Lover. Justin Injured, Concord Flight back second last. And Lucky Conqueror at the tail of the field. Down the side, 700 out. He's the Limit as the leader. Victory Queen is lurking on the outside. In behind those, Stumble gaining ground, followed by Simon the Pieman. Brunda Rosie looking for a way out on the inside. Further back then, Lost My Mum, followed further back in the field, Femme Rouge. Matangi off the track is running on. A break behind those, Preferred Date. Further back in the field, Power Lover, followed by Coast Connection. And going wide on the turn, Concord Flight. In the straight with about 350 metres to go. He's the limit, is taken on by Victory Queen. Lost My Mum on the outside, and Concord Flight is winding up down the outside. And also Preferred Date is coming with a run. Many chances inside the 200. Preferred Date raced up and hit the lead. Lost My Mum is battling on out very wide, running on Concord Flight, but Preferred Date drew clear near the line, and Preferred Date wins the last. Preferred Date first, Lost My Mum second. Now Brunda Rosie is third, he's the limit. Out wide Concord Flight, Femme Rouge, then Lucky Conqueror further back to Justin Inja. In behind those, Power Lover, Matangi. Further back in the field, Specturely, followed by Simon the Pieman. Coast Connection, Victory Queen pulled up very quickly, and Stumble, one of the last across the line.
Preferred Date, the winner over number 3, and a photo for third there, race 9 at Canberra, Hamilton race 9. This is the second last.
Star City. Richard Doggett is joining me in the mounting yard here at Canberra from Star City. Good to see you at Canberra races, Richard.
Thanks, mate. It's nice to be here. It's certainly we certainly enjoy being involved in regional racing, and it's certainly paying dividends as far as we're concerned.
Well, your company is involved quite heavily in racing in the ACT, not just here at Canberra, but also across at Queen Bee. And I guess there's a certain amount of irony that a casino has been so good for the racing industry.
Well, I think casinos and the racing industry should work much closer together than they have been in the past, mainly because no matter whatever you say, a punter is a punter. And what we like to see is that the racing punter comes to the casino and sees it as an extension of the enjoyment that they get out of punting, whether they win, lose or draw. So,
Richard, do you see a big customer base in regional areas of New South Wales and country areas of New South Wales?
Very much so. We've just done the exercise where we've drawn a line 60 kilometres around Sydney, and we're now finding that there are a lot of our customers